All right guys, Daniel Richardson here, Richardson Precision and Training YouTube channel. We're gonna break down Smith & Wesson M&P or Glock. I know there's a lot of fans of each gun, including myself, and the first thing that we're gonna discuss is we're gonna talk about the differences between M&Ps, and then we're gonna dive into the differences between Glock. So first things first, I've got one of my all-time favorite guns that I'll probably never get rid of, a Gen 1 M&P 9. And this one, I've got one of the old school X300s on it. I did a little backyard stipple job. That's why it looks as fabulous as it does. Also had custom slide cuts as well, thanks to the guys at EC Defense, shout out to them. So we also, with this gun, this was the very first gun that on my 300 club in Dirty 30, this was the very first gun that I ever shot a perfect score with, okay? So this gun will have a real special place in my heart in that regard. And I just love a good old school M&P. You know, you have metal slide, polymer frame, and the cool thing about these that I've always liked that I wish other manufacturers would start doing is you have interchangeable back straps. So I can twist a little plug on the back of this and be able to adjust my grip size. They come with small, medium, and large grips. So regardless of your hand size, this is a good platform to be able to learn how to shoot with, okay? Old school metal sights on this model. Some of their 2.0 models now, I'm big fans of those guns as well. From the stipple texture to, they clean the triggers up a little bit. These Gen 1 M&Ps, they're not great in terms of trigger squeeze. Really heavy trigger, a lot of grit, a lot of slop, but I shoot this gun really well, and again, it's just one of my all-time favorite guns, and it was the first gun I ever shot perfect score on Dirty 30 with. This particular one, I believe, used to be, before I tricked it out, was one of their Spec Ops edition. They only made a very limited run of those. I think I only made that for like a year, and this particular model is a Spec Ops edition. So really cool gun, 17 round mags. So you still have similar capacity to a Glock 17, but this is more of like your bare bones option in terms of the M&P line of pistols. Old school setup. I've had this gun for probably going on about 10 years now. And again, I've had many range sessions with this gun, many classes, and it's held up. I've never had any major problems with this gun. And another cool thing that they have is a loaded chamber indicator on the top of the gun, which I think is a big plus. They did a lot of good stuff with this gun. This gun kind of started kind of that Smith & Wesson evolution of them making really top tier handguns and really competing with the likes of SIG and Glock. Is that all started with the M&P series, okay? So we just talked about the M&P 9. Now we're gonna go get one of my custom tricked out Glock 17s. I'll give you the story behind that gun as well. And then we're gonna see which one passes the shootability test as well as grip angle and just checks all the boxes. Stay tuned, Glock 17 coming at you. All right guys, we've got the Glock 17 back here for you now. So this particular one is my personal gun. I've had this gun for a long time as well, but this is not your traditional Glock 17, okay? This one, when I originally got this, it had some custom work done from the guys at Weapon Works. So shout out to Weapon Works. They did the Cerakote on the slide, a custom slide package that I've never seen another gun that had these slide cuts on it. So I'm pretty sure this may be one of the only ones out there that has this configuration. A lot of battle scars on this gun. I have beat this gun up. I've also got Wilson Combat blacked out rear U-notch sight with fiber front, which that's my preferred setup if I'm gonna run iron sights. I like a blacked out rear with a high fiber front like that. Really nice setup, and I'm not getting any younger, so my eyes really just naturally gravitate towards a high vis front sight, okay? Weapon Works also did the stipple job on this, and it's got a few tango down parts on it. It's got some of the Vickers base plates, tango down, mag release, and all that good stuff, okay? Wheaton Arms barrel. So it's got one of Wheaton Arms match gray barrels in it, which one of my all-time favorite barrels, and I did a trigger job on this gun as well. Really light, probably somewhere around the 2.5 pounds. Stupid light, okay? Obviously, I'm not gonna carry this for that reason, but for a fun range gun, man, it checks all the boxes. Very accurate pistol. I've done a lot of demos, and I've got some videos. If you scroll way back on my YouTube channel, you can probably find them. Me, splitting cards turned on an edge with this gun, and a lot of other high-level marksmanship drills have been with this gun. I also ran a lot of drills on the Vickers Tactical channel using this particular gun, so check those out as well. But I've always been a fan of a Glock 17. I think Glock 17 is kind of the perfect gun that Glock ever invented. I put personally the Glock 17 ahead of the Glock 19. I just think it's a more all-purpose gun. With the exception of carry, Glock 19 I think is going to edge it out on carry purposes, but if you just want a gun that you can have for home defense, bring to the range, train with, and that will be an incredibly accurate pistol, you need to look at a Glock 17. Okay? And budget and price point wise, they're both right on par with each other in terms of being in that $500 to $600 price range for even the new M&Ps and the more current production Glock 17s, okay? So they both have high capacity. Again, you have 17 round mags with both guns. And again, the new M&Ps, they're gonna be on par with similar triggers. I think the new M&Ps may even beat out the current production Glock triggers, my personal opinion. But if you shot them both, please drop your comments down below. Tell me what you think. If you think one gun has a better trigger than the other, I'm taking M&P on that for the new productions. We're gonna light these things up, we're gonna shoot them, and you guys tell me what you think and which gun you like better. Stay tuned, we're going hot. Going hot, M&P. Ooh, that's a fun gun to shoot. One of my all-time favorite guns. I love this pistol. Next up, Glock 17. Let's do it. All right, Glock 17, going hot. That trigger is so light on this gun because all the work I've had done to it. You really got to pay attention because it will sneak up on you. But this gun is a flat out tack driver. I love both of these guns. I'm probably never going to get rid of them. You're probably going to bury me with both these guns. There is no wrong answer, Glock or Smith & Wesson. It's totally personal preference. Shootability, both guns excel. Capacity, both guns, it's a tie there. And then it's a matter of grip angle. Biggest thing with Glock versus M&P, some people think M&P has a better grip, some people like Glock. Totally personal preference. I'm gonna score both of these a tie because I've got so much attachment to both guns, but that's why I own them both instead of one versus the other, okay? Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more coming at you.